Good afternoon, everybody. How are we all? I thought I'd bring Tim along today. I've not had him sit with me for a while. He's been sat in the corner on his own, so I thought I'd bring him, give him a little bit of assembly action today. Say hi to Tim. Who have we got? Let's have a look. Alison, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. We've got Jake Brownell's mum. Thanks for joining. Melissa, good to see you again, or not, as the case may be. Mrs. Watson says, good afternoon from nursery. Good afternoon, nursery. Give Tim a wave. Give Tim a wave, nursery. Brilliant. Miss Pinder says, hello from year 1-2. And Miss Cole's there as well. Good afternoon. Dawn, good afternoon. Mrs. Dixon in year 2. Good afternoon. Mr. Rowland in year 6. Good afternoon. Year 6, I've been busy getting stuff ready for your youth club. I'll talk more about that a little bit later. We've got year 1, Mrs. Ford and Miss Allen. Good afternoon. We've got Aidan, Oliver, and Isaac's mum, Andrea. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining. Mrs. Slinger and Mrs. Slinger's class. Good afternoon. Let's give it 30 more seconds or so. Miss Tumulty says good afternoon. Sarah Bland says hi, everyone. Thanks for joining, Sarah. Miss Thompson, hello from year 3. Mrs. Charlton, hello from reception. Do you know, I don't think I've seen Miss Charlton at all barely this week. Hello, Miss Charlton. How are you? And how are you, reception, as well? You wave it, Tim. Hello. Seb's mum, Catherine, thanks for joining us. Let's give Tim his seat back. Oh, yes, right on the chair. Okie dokie. Let's get cracking, shall we? We will do Remarkable Reader first, as always, then we'll do Star of the Week. Then we've got attendance. We've got more amazing attendance. I cannot begin to tell you how amazing the attendance is. Hi, Liz. Thanks for joining us. I've got a couple of messages, of course, and then we'll go and enjoy the weekend, won't we? Let's start with Remarkable Readers then. I've got some wonderful reasons on the list here. Let's start with nursery. Let me check sound first. You're good. You're good. Wonderful. Right, we're set. Smooth sailing from here. Nursery AM, a young man who has done some superphonics. He's been recognizing rhyme and then using the rhyme during his play. That young man is Bobby Exton. Well done, Bobby. I'm sure Sky is overjoyed that you are a remarkable reader. I don't know if you're joining us or if you're watching this recorded, but congratulations, Bobby. You are our first remarkable reader. You'll be getting a certificate very, very soon, if not already there on Seesaw and the other wonderful ways we send things to you. And, of course, a visit to the Reading Robot to get yourself a brand new book of your choice. And we've had some new books arrive. We've so many books in school. It's so exciting. So you'll be able to choose your own book. Well done, Bobby. What a great start. On the afternoon, we've got another young man whose mum is with us because she's commented already. And it says, for fantastic oral blending. This oral blending and this phonics, super phonics from Bobby is amazing. I've noticed some wonderful phonics going on in nursery, and it looks like we're absolutely getting the gains from that as well. So a big well done for brilliant, fantastic, in fact, oral blending to Isaac. Well done, Isaac in PM Nursery. Isaac Sawyer, you are remarkable. You are a remarkable reader, and I'm sure your mum is overjoyed, and so too are your brothers who are further up school. Well done to you for being a remarkable reader. Certificate coming, if not already there. And, of course, a visit to the Reading Robot. Well done, Bobby. Well done, Isaac. Well done to another young man, this time in reception, for talking in sentences about the pictures in his story. And that young man in reception is Lucas. Congratulations, Lucas. Just like Bobby and Isaac, you are a remarkable reader this week for being wonderful in your talking. Because reading isn't just about the reading bit. It's about being able to talk confidently about what you've read. It's about being able to answer comprehension questions. And, of course, most importantly, it's about absolutely loving and enjoying stories. And you've been talking in sentences about the pictures in the stories you've been reading. So well done to you, Lucas. Just catching up on some comments. Mrs. Charlton, thank you. Good afternoon to you too. And Miss Tumley said, Aidan, who is Isaac's brother, said, yes, well done to Isaac. Brilliant. Thanks for sharing, Miss Tumley. Well done, Aidan, for showing wonderful celebration about your sibling. Miss Taylor has given us another young man who this time has been doing some fantastic reading in his phonics session. Sounds like some amazing phonics has been going on low down in school. And that young man is Arzen. Well done, Arzen. You are a remarkable reader for your fantastic reading in phonics. And just like Lucas, Isaac, and Bobby, you will be getting a certificate very soon, if not already there. And you'll be getting a visit to the reading robot. Congratulations. Well done, Arjun. Miss Pinder says, well done, Isaac, from Oliver as well. They're all getting involved. The whole Sawyer family. Well done to you, boys. Excellent. Well done for joining in. It's another young man affair in Miss Pinder's class. This young man has been remarkable because he's been showing remarkable commitment to reading every day, not just at home. Not just at school. I gave it away there, didn't I? But also at home. And I keep saying, don't I, every week, how powerful it is to be reading at home as much as you can, as well as at school. Well, it sounds like this young man has absolutely been delivering on that message. And that young man is Mr. Riley Bruce. Congratulations, Riley. You are a remarkable reader this week for your wonderful commitment to reading, not just at school, but at home as well. Certificate and book on its way to you. And there's another young man in Mrs. Dixon's class who was a remarkable reader for his fluency when reading. And in year 2, he's been developing his inference skills. I talk a lot about inference as well, don't I? A really difficult skill, thinking about what the author's trying to tell us, reading between the lines and using things that we know about our previous experiences and previous things we've read to try and spot the clues and answer questions. So well done in Mrs. Dixon's class to Nathan. Congratulations, Nathan. You are a remarkable reader. What a great time as well, because I know that you're leaving us for another school soon. Well done to you. You're getting a certificate and a book for being wonderful in your fluency and also for working on inference as well in just year 2. Congratulations, Nathan. Book and certificate coming to you. Miss Thompson has changed the chain. We've got a young lady, thankfully, a young lady who's been reading really clearly and confidently, and she's also been full of expression when reading aloud. That sounds excellent. One of Tim's traits, being confident in communication. A huge congratulations to remarkable reader, Lacey Coverdale. Well done, Lacey. You will be getting a certificate and, of course, a trip to the reading robot early next week for your excellent reading. Being really clear, being really confident, full of expression whilst you've been reading aloud. Well done to you. You join Nathan, Riley, Arjan, Lucas, Isaac, and Bobby so far. But the first girl, well done to you for being the first girl. And you're followed up with a young lady as well. You are followed up by a young lady who has shown some remarkable attitude in Mrs. Slinger's class. Remarkable attitude towards developing her ability to decode increasingly challenging texts. That's another thing that helps push that progress, doesn't it? Not just reading books that you're really, really confident in and have read a few times, but looking for that challenge, looking for texts that really stretch your ability. And it sounds like this young lady's been doing that. Who is that young lady, I hear you ask? It is Holly Jo. Congratulations, Holly Jo. You are Mrs. Slinger and the rest of the Phase 2 team's remarkable reader this week for your wonderful attitude and for really rising to the challenge of reading difficult texts. Well done to you. Certificate and a trip to the reading robot coming your way. Miss Tumulty has chosen a young man who's been really building his confidence and his clarity when reading out loud. Another wonderful, wonderful young man who's developing his ability to talk in front of a group, use that confidence and that really strong reading stance. So well done to you, Mr. Reese Williams. Congratulations, Reese. You are remarkable this week in your reading because of your building in confidence and the clarity that you've been having when reading out loud. Well done to you. Certificate coming. It's probably already there, knowing Miss Tumulty and the team, but certainly a trip to the reading robot on the horizon. Year 5, Mrs. Campbell has chosen a young lady who is always contributing thoughtfully and carefully to the class reading discussions. And I know you just have to have a look at our tweets and our Facebook account. The stuff that's going on in year 5 with reading and writing has been absolutely amazing this week. Mrs. Campbell, Mrs. Dowie, and the rest of the children and all the children in that class, you need a big pat on the back. Your work has been excellent this week. Lots of wonderful stuff for the Resilient Reader, and I saw your work from the News Shed and the Literacy Shed video, and some brilliant stuff on punctuation. And even when I walk through, I can see how hard you're working. But this young lady has obviously stood out this week, and that young lady is Nevea. Well done, Nevea. You are a remarkable reader this week for always contributing thoughtfully and carefully to the class reading discussion. Sounds like lots of children have been doing that this week, which is amazing to hear. Well done, Nevea. The certificate and reading robot trip coming your way. Mrs. Frost has chosen a young man who I'm very, very pleased to see on this list, I have to say. He is or has had a much improved attitude towards his reading, and another young man who's been volunteering answers more frequently in the class. Brilliant. There's a real nice trait, isn't there, in some of these about lots of people being more confident, which is great to see. So well done to Mr. Caden Shaw. Well done, Caden. I'm over the moon to see you on this list, young man. And as I always say at these points, keep it going. You're going to get your wonderful certificate and a trip to the reading robot for your excellent attitude, improved attitude this week. Keep it going, young man. Well done, Caden. Very proud to see you there this week. And I'm also proud of the young man who is on the list from Mr. Watson's class, because he's been shown some much increased fluency when reading aloud. And I'm not just reading that, I also know it because I asked this young man to read to me on Tuesday or Wednesday this week when I was doing a little trip around school. I asked him to give me a little flavour of what it was that he was reading, and he did a wonderful job. So I'm not surprised to see him on there. I am absolutely proud as punch to see him on there. It is Mr. Regan Steele. Well done, Regan. You are remarkable this week. And just like Caden, you'll be getting a certificate and a trip to the reading robot. And also, just like Caden, keep it going. That's what I want to see from you now, Regan. Keep that attitude going. Keep that fluency going, because reading is going to set you up amazingly well for Key Stage 3 for your trip to secondary school. So well done to Regan. Well done to Caden Nevea, Reese, Holly Joe, Lacey, Nathan Riley, Arjun, Lucas, Isaac and Bobby. And just like Carrie says, well done to all our remarkable readers. Give them a huge round of applause. Brilliant stuff. Wonderful, 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 remarkable reading going on. Well done to you all, and enjoy your little flavour of the reading robot. I'm going to stay with Mr. Watson's class for our first star of the week, because it is another extremely, extremely proud name I'm seeing on there, because this young man got onto our social media feeds this week for one of the first times in forever for his absolutely wonderful retelling of a book that he's been looking at to help him write, which is the story Tuesday. And I'm hoping he knows who he is, because if he does, it means that he knows exactly what I'm talking about. He knows he's done a good job, and he knows that we're super, super proud of his achievements this week. If you don't know who you are, you'll find out after the drum roll. It's Patrick Tarragos. Well done, Patrick. You are our first star of the week this week, because your effort in your writing has absolutely blown us away. And just like with Regan and Caden for being remarkable readers, keep it going, young man. You're going to get an amazing and extremely rare Tim Pin badge and your certificate. And make sure you take that home and really celebrate at home your wonderful achievement. Your writing was excellent, young man, and you should be very proud of yourself. Well done, Patrick, for getting our Star of the Week off to an amazing start. Lots of people in the comments, like Miss Pinder, Carrie, Melissa, Jenna, all saying well done to you and giving you a round of applause. So well done, young man. Well done also to the young man in year 5, not in year 6, but in Mrs. Frost's class, because he has been, in Mrs. Frost's words, a fraction converting wizard. That's right. There's been magic going on in Mrs. Frost's class in maths. Fraction converting wizard. And that young man is Mr. Ryan Mason Robinson. Well done to you, Ryan. You are a star this week. I think you were a remarkable reader not long ago as well. I remember reading your name, but you're a star this week for your amazing maths. You've been producing some magic by the sounds of it, and you'll be getting another piece of magic, which is this wonderful Tim badge, and of course your certificate. Wonderful news, Ryan. Well done, because it means that not only have you been creating magic, it means your attitude has been super duper, and that makes me more proud than anything else. Well done, Ryan. You are a star this week, just like Patrick. And also, just like another young man, this time actually in year 5, in Mrs. Campbell's class, there's a young man who's been showing amazing care and concentration during his art lesson. And it was an art lesson in particular about the remarkable artist, L.S. Lowry. Again, when I've been walking through year 5, I've seen some wonderful stuff going on in terms of studying about L.S. Lowry, and particularly looking at some of his paintings and the stick people that he would use. But this young man has stood out for Mrs. Campbell, Tim, and the team, and that young man is Toldo Cook. Well done, Toldo. You are a star this week, which is super, because I know in certain parts you haven't been a star. So this bit of learning must have been mind-blowing to Mrs. Campbell. Brilliant to see you on there. And just like some of the other children, let's make this the platform from which you go on and keep going to be a star of the week and remarkable in your learning. Tim, pin badge and certificate coming your way. Well done, Toldo. Miss Tumulty has a young man who's been doing some exceptional writing. And again, I've seen this. I happened to walk in Miss Thompson's class at just the right time when he was showing the year 3s what he'd been doing. It was some poetry based on narrative work, and it looked at the time like he'd taken immense pride in what it was that he was putting together. And it looks like that has absolutely transpired to the last or the final version as well. So hopefully you know who you are. For those that don't, it is Mr. Charlie Evans. Well done, Charlie. It's absolutely brilliant to see you as a star of the week, because not only was your poem excellent, but I think you've had a much improved attitude this week as well. 1 or 2 slip-ups, but generally you've had a wonderful week. So well done to you, Charlie. Just like Toldo, Ryan and Patrick so far, you are a star this week, and you'll be getting a badge and a certificate very, very soon. The chain has been broken. Lots of boys there, but Miss Thompson has. Oh, no, I'm jumping. No, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm jumping Mrs. Slinger, but I'll come back to Mrs. Slinger because I want to see the chain broken. I want to see a young lady on the list. Too many boys this week for showing great enthusiasm towards her learning, and this is lovely, this, a very grown-up attitude as well. How amazing is that in year 3? A very grown-up attitude, amazing enthusiasm. It's Lila Spradbury Lightfoot. Well done, Lila. You are a star this week for your excellent enthusiasm and showing a much improved, more grown-up attitude. That's wonderful to hear. Well done to you. You're going to get one of these amazing pin badges and a certificate. Miss Thompson, Tim, and the rest of the Phase 2 team think that you are a star, and I absolutely agree. Well done to you. And Carrie says, well done, Lila. We are very proud of you. So you need to make sure that you show all of your family your wonderful badge when you get home. Sorry, Mrs. Slinger's class, I'll come back to you now. A young man who has given a pretty wonderful, or rather outstanding, narrative poem this week based on the story of the 3 little pigs. I've seen some lovely stuff to do with the 3 little pigs this week, none more so than the wonderful houses that have been built on the yard out of the hula hoops. They were excellent. Well done to the children involved in that, but a bigger well done to our star of the week in Mrs. Slinger's class, who is Mr. Caleb McQueenie. Well done, Caleb. You are a star this week for your outstanding narrative poem based on the story of the 3 little pigs. Not only that, I believe you are the young man who is on our massive banner at the front of school. So a double whammy of excellence this week for you, young man. Well done. Tim badge and certificate on its way to you. Right, I've confused myself now because I've jumped a class. I'm back on it. Mrs. Dixon's class. A young man for being a hard worker and resilient, just like Tim, in developing his independent writing skills and handwriting when writing instructions this week. Wow, that's a lot of amazing stuff. No wonder he's star of the week. I'm just going to tell you who it is. It's Macaulay Benjamin. Well done, Macaulay Benjamin. You are a star this week for being hardworking, resilient, just like Tim, for developing your independent writing skills and your handwriting during your instructional writing this week. Well done to you, young man. And just like Lila, Caleb, Charlie, Toldo, Ryan, and Patrick so far, you are a star who will be receiving a Tim badge and a certificate. Wow, this is amazing. Well done, everyone. We've got 4 to go. We've got Miss Pinder's class. Miss Pinder has a young lady who is Star of the Week for her fantastic enthusiasm for learning, for showing Tim's traits in being resilient and creative in her learning. They are absolutely 2 of Tim's traits. Wonderful reason for being Star of the Week. Let me tell you who it is. It's Isabel Miller. Congratulations, Isabel. You are a star this week for being just like Tim, for being resilient, for being creative, and also for having wonderful enthusiasm in your learning this week. Tim badge coming your way and a certificate, of course. Congratulations, Isabel, and well done for your excellent achievement this week. We have a young lady in reception who has been creating some remarkable artwork. That's right. It is as plain, as short, and wonderful as that. That young lady is Z. Well done, Z. You are the Star of the Week in reception this week for your absolutely remarkable artwork. Well done to you. I'll have to have a look at this artwork. But what I do know is that you've got one of these wonderful Tim badges coming your way, as well as a certificate. Congratulations to you, Z. You are a star this week. Miss Taylor's class, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm just going really random this week. Don't worry. Miss Taylor has chosen a young man who has been giving us some fantastic independent writing of his Jack and the Beanstalk story. More amazing literacy. It's a very literacy-rich week. That's amazing. The young man is, I think Isabel's going to be happy, because it's Aston. Well done, Aston. You, just like Isabel, are a star this week for your fantastic independent writing when you were putting together your Jack and the Beanstalk story. Lots of celebrations in your household this week. Tim badge and certificate coming to you, Aston. Well done. 2 to go. Nursery afternoon. We have a young lady who is always being a kind friend. How amazing is that? Even at 3 and 4-year-old, we're knowing and starting to learn straight away how important it is to always choose kindness, especially with our friends and our classmates in school, our teachers, our family. So well done to you, Grace. Right. Well done, Grace. You are the Star of the Week. And I know you'll be in your classroom, hopefully with a huge smile on your face. Well done, young lady, because not only are you a star this week, you are a remarkably kind Star of the Week as well. And I'm sure your friends are smiling as well, because they know how amazing and remarkable you are. As a friend, you are getting a new Tim badge and a certificate. Brilliant, Grace. Final Star of the Week is from Nursery AM, a young lady who's been trying really hard during all activities, but especially when counting and doing her phonics this week in nursery. Isn't that amazing? I'll tell you who it is. It's Gypsy Lee. Well done, Gypsy Lee. If you're watching at home or watching on record, probably at home or even back in nursery next week or this week. That's a weird one, isn't it? But well done to you anyway. You are a star for this week, Gypsy Lee, for your wonderful hard work during all of your activities, but particularly when you've been doing your counting practice and when you've been doing your phonics. Wow, Gypsy Lee, Grace, Z, Aston, Isabel, Macaulay, Benjamin, Lila, Caleb, Charlie Toldo, Ryan, and Patrick are all stars this week. Give them a huge round of applause. Congratulations to you all. How amazing. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right, well done. Normally, I have teachers to blame when I go off on a tangent and mix the classes up, but I haven't got anyone to blame except for myself. But I got there. It was still smooth enough, and well done to all of our absolutely remarkable readers and, of course, our stars of the week. I'm faffing on the desk here because I'm getting our Nopper Wheel of Fortune ready. That's right. It's time for attendance. So we have 3 classes who have absolutely stood out. But again, attendance in school has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. We're over the 96% mark, which is just incredible again. So well done to everybody for doing those things we ask of you for attendance, which is to be in school on time every day. In school on time every day. You're certainly doing that at the moment. Keep it up, keep it going, because that's what has the biggest impact on your learning. But 3 classes in particular have been super duper. Oh, nearly lost it. Super duper in terms of attendance. We have a class in 3rd place who has 97.5%. That's right. Isn't that amazing? 97.5%. And that class is Miss Pinder's class. Congratulations, Miss Pinder. You have the 3rd highest attendance this week with 97.5%. If I'm not wrong, you were in the top 3 last week as well. So you are doing an absolutely wonderful job. However, we have 2 classes who are joint first. And it gets even better than that, because not only are they joint first, they're joint first because their attendance is 100%. That's right. Every single child in these 2 classes has been in school on time every day for the 4 days that we've been at school this week. Amazing, isn't it? So you can take more pride, Miss Pinder's class, because you were only beaten by, you're right, Carrie and Melissa, it is a wow moment, by 2 classes who have got 100%. And this is a really, really impressive repeating feature. Having 100% classes is absolutely amazing. So well done to the first of those classes, which is, let's have a drum roll, Mrs. Dixon's class. Well done, Mrs. Dixon's class. You are one of the winners of the attendance award this week. You have 100% attendance, which is amazing. So I'm going to spin the wheel of fortune for you now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see what you get. Your 100% attendance has got you the reward of a silent disco or a session with the Now Press Play equipment. I don't know if you've had a go of that yet. If you're not sure what that is, it's the pink Bluetooth headphones where everyone's got their own. You can listen to lots of amazing interactive stories and lots of wonderful subject curriculum stuff. Whoa. Or you could, whoa, I stopped it on the same thing. That's never happened before. Or you can have your own silent disco. I'll let you choose. But well done, Mrs. Dixon's class, 100% attendance. And that is your reward. Who's the other class, I hear you say? Well, I'm going to tell you after the drum roll. It's Mrs. Frost's class. Well done, year 6. You are the other 100% attendance winning class. I'm going to press it for you. Amazing, 100% attendance for Mrs. Dixon and Mrs. Frost. And Mrs. Frost's class, your prize is some extended break time. Well done. You can choose when that is. I'm sure Mrs. Frost will have an idea of which day next week is the best for that. But well done. Well done, everybody. Whole school attendance is amazing once more. Miss Pinder's class, 97.5%. 3rd place, but Mrs. Dixon and Mrs. Frost class 100%. Absolutely amazing. Wow, need a breath. Right, a couple of messages before we go. I know that you've had the text, but I wanted to reinforce the message. On Friday the 21st, we are having our school photograph day. And I know a couple of you have been in touch about this and what the permutations and the rules and restrictions might be. So every child will get their individual photo as normal. But any children who are living together, so any families with siblings, they can have a photograph together as well. So we'll make sure that we've got some time. It is a bubble mixture in school, but because they're going home, they are already in a bubble anyway. So we're okay with that. What we can't do, of course, is have anyone who is external to school coming in. So any babies and any older family members and stuff, unfortunately, this year, we won't be able to bring them in to have full family photos, but we can at least have sibling pictures in school. So that is a big success. That's Friday the 21st. Please make sure you're wearing your uniform. A couple of questions yesterday about blue jumpers, cardigans or hoodies. I don't mind. That's entirely up to you. Hoodies are absolutely fine. Cardigans are fine. Jumpers are fine. It's your call. They're your children and they're your photographs, as long as they're in uniform for that day, of course. My next message is a little bit of a nag. Fidget spinners and toys have seem to have made their way back into school somehow. I just want to reinforce that they are not allowed. If you need to have a fidget toy for any medical reason, A, none of us know about it, and B, you need to get your parents to talk to us about it, because we actually have lots of those things in school anyway, so you don't need to bring anything in. You shouldn't be bringing anything of your personal property into school. Stickers, cards, these fidget toys, mobile phones as well, without us knowing about it. You shouldn't be bringing anything into school unless you have agreed with us and your parents that you need to. So there are some older children that bring their mobiles in because it gives their parents a little bit of comfort that they can call their children when they walk home, but they have to stay at the front office. So they're handed in and then collected at the end of the day. There should not be any phones, fidget toys, anything else in people's pockets. And if we find them, we will take them off you. So you've been warned on a big scale that that's the case. We've also had a chat this week about reports. So the chat really was around whether we should be going back to paper reports or whether we needed to stick with videos this year. It was mostly decided in favor of videos. There were some staff that wanted paper as well, and I think it will be something we do return to. But because it continues to be safe for practice, it's more time effective for us, and it has that extra element of personal layers and intimacy. I think it is and makes sense for us to stick with videos again this year. We also don't have any statutory data because there's been no phonics check, there's been no SATs. So that narrative around what's worked just really well and what children have enjoyed, and those little bits that you can take away and really enjoy rewatching again and again and again, will be great. So we'll be doing videos again, and our plan is to get them to you 2 weeks before the end of this academic year. So I think that is the 1st or the 2nd or maybe the 3rd of July, but we'll tell you with more detail closer to the time. And the final thing is I am off. I'm off now, not from school or work or anything. I'm off from my office to get the youth club ready to help Miss Williams, Mrs. Hall and Mrs. Spencer, who've been working hard all day on getting your tuck shop prepared, as well as loads of other bits. I've been doing some bits throughout today to get lots of tech sorted. So PlayStation is ready. We've got this Scotty Go. We've got some engineering kits. The VR headsets are behind me on charge as well. They've been there all day. There's some other bits. So I'm going to go and get that set up. I'm super excited about running our Not Bait Youth Club. If you are a year 5 or 6 who wants to come, but we don't have any consent, that's okay, but you can't until we get that consent. So whoever's picking you up tonight, if they want to give us verbal consent, that's okay, as long as an adult tells us. But if you haven't got consent, then unfortunately we won't be staying. If you can't sort it tonight, get it sorted early next week so you can come next Friday. That's it. What an absolutely amazing celebration assembly it's been. Thank you to everyone externally, parents, that is, who've joined us again. Well done, boys and girls who have been remarkable in their reading and stars of the week. And just thank you to everyone for just always being amazing. Have a wonderful weekend. Try and enjoy the weather, although I believe it's going to be a little bit wet. And always, always, always choose kindness. Bye for now. See you again soon.